Shemu'el 2, 2 Samuel chapter 8. And after this it came to be that Dawid smote the Palestites and humbled them. And Dawid took the bridle of the mother city out of the hand of the Palestites. And he also smote Moab, and measured them off with a line, causing them to lie down on the earth. With 2 lines he measured off those to be put to death, and with 1 complete line those to be kept alive. And the Moabites became Dawid's servants and brought presents. Dawid also smote Hadadezer, son of Rehov, sovereign of Zobah, and he went to restore his rule at the river Perath. And Dawid captured from him 1,700 horsemen and 20,000 foot soldiers. And Dawid destroyed all the chariots, but he left of them 100 chariots. And the Arameans of Damasek came to help Hadadezer, sovereign of Zobah, and Dawid smote 22,000 of the Arameans. Then Dawid put watchposts in Aram of Damasek, and the Arameans became Dawid's servants and brought presents. And Yahuah saved Dawid wherever he went. And Dawid took the shields of gold which were on the servants of Hadadezer, and brought them to Jerusalem. And from Betach and from Berothai, cities of Hadadezer, sovereign Dawid took very much bronze. And Tawai, sovereign of Hamath, heard that Dawid had smitten all the army of Hadadezer. So Tawai sent Joram his son to sovereign Dawid to ask peace of him and barak him, because he had fought against Hadadezer, and smote him, for Hadadezer had battles with Tawai, and brought with him objects of silver and objects of gold and objects of bronze. Sovereign Dawid also kadosh these to Yahuah, along with the silver and gold that he had kadosh from all the nations which he had humbled, from Aram, and from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Palestites, and from Amalek, and from the spoil of Hadadezer, son of Rehov, sovereign of Zobah. And Dawid made a name when he returned from smiting 18,000 Arameans in the valley of Salt. And he put watchposts in Edom. Throughout all Edom he put watchposts, and all the Edomites became Dawid's servants. And Yahuah saved Dawid wherever he went. And Dawid reigned over all Yisrael, and Dawid was doing right ruling and righteousness to all his people. And Joab, son of Zeruiah, was over the army, and Jehoshaphat, son of Ahilud, was recorder, and Zadok, son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech, son of Abiathar, were the Kohanim, and Seraiah was the scribe, and Beniyahu, son of Jehoiada, was over both the Kerethites and the Pelethites, and David's sons were Kohanim. Shemu'el 2, 2 Samuel chapter 9. And Dawid said, Is there still anyone who is left of the house of Shaul, that I might show him kindness because of Jonathan? And the house of Shaul had a servant whose name was Ziva, and they had called him to Dawid, and the sovereign said to him, Are you Ziva? And he said, Your servant. And the sovereign said, Is there not still someone of the house of Shaul, so that I show him the kindness of Elohim? And Ziva said to the sovereign, There is still a son of Jonathan lame in his feet. So the sovereign said to him, Where is he? And Ziva said to the sovereign, See, he is in the house of Machir, son of Amiel, in Lo Devar. And sovereign Dawid sent and brought him out of the house of Machir, son of Amiel, from Lo Devar. And Mephibosheth, son of Jonathan, son of Shaul, came to Dawid, and fell on his face, and did obeisance. And Dawid said, Mephibosheth! And he answered, Here is your servant. Dawid then said to him, Do not fear, for I shall certainly show you kindness because of Jonathan your father, and shall return to you all the land of Shaul your grandfather, and let you eat bread at my table continually. And he bowed himself and said, What is your servant that you should turn to such a dead dog as I? And the sovereign called Ziva, servant of Shaul, and said to him, I have given to your master's son all that belonged to Shaul and to all his house. And you and your sons and your servants shall work the land for him, and you shall bring, and your master's son shall have food to eat. But let Mephibosheth, your master's son, eat bread at my table always. And Ziva had 15 sons and 20 servants. And Ziva said to the sovereign, according to all that my master the sovereign has commanded his servant, so your servant does. As for Mephibosheth, he shall eat at my table as one of the sons of the sovereign. And Mephibosheth had a young son whose name was Micah. And all who dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants of Mephibosheth. And Mephibosheth was dwelling in Jerusalem, for he ate continually at the sovereign's table, and he was lame in both his feet. Shemu'el 2, 2 Samuel chapter 10. And after this it came to be that the sovereign of the children of Ammon died, and Hanun his son reigned in his place. And Dawid said, Let me show kindness to Hanun son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness to me. So Dawid sent by the hand of his servants to comfort him concerning his father. And when David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon, the chiefs of the children of Ammon said to Hanun their master, Is Dawid esteeming your father in your eyes, and that he has sent comforters to you? Has Dawid not rather sent his servants to you to search the city and to spy it out and to overthrow it? So Hanun took David's servants and shaved off half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle as far as their buttocks and sent them away. And they informed Dawid, and he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the sovereign said, Wait at Jericho until your beards have grown, and then return. And when the children of Ammon saw that they had become a stench to Dawid, the children of Ammon sent and hired Arameans of Beth Rehov and Arameans of Zobah, 20,000 foot soldiers, and the sovereign of Maacah 1,000 men, and men of Tov 12,000 men. And Dawid heard and sent Joab and the entire army, the mighty men. And the children of Ammon came out and put themselves in battle array at the entrance of the gate. And the Arameans of Zobah and Rehov and men of Tov and Maacah were by themselves in the field. And Joab saw that the battle line was against him before and behind, and he chose out of all the chosen men of Yisrael, and put them in battle array against the Arameans. And the rest of the people he gave under the hand of Avishai his brother, and he put them in battle array against the children of Ammon. And he said, If the Arameans are too strong for me, then you shall help me. But if the children of Ammon are too strong for you, then I shall come and help you. Be strong, and let us show strength for our people and for the cities of our Elohim, and let Yahuah do what is good in his eyes. And Joab drew near, and the people with him, to battle against Aram, and they fled before him. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Arameans were fleeing, they also fled from Avishai, and went into the city. And Joab returned from the children of Ammon, and came to Jerusalem. And Aram saw that they were smitten before Yisrael, and they gathered together. And Hadadezer sent and brought out the Arameans who were beyond the river, and they came to Helam. And Shobach, the commander of the army of Hadadezer, went before them. And it was reported to Dawid, and he gathered all Yisrael, and passed over the Jordan, and came to Helam. And Aram put themselves in battle array against Dawid, and they fought with him. And Aram fled before Yisrael, and Dawid slew 700 charioteers and 40,000 horsemen of Aram. And he smote Shobach, commander of their army, who died there. And all the sovereigns, the servants of Hadadezer, saw that they were smitten by Yisrael, and made peace with Yisrael, and served them. And the Arameans were afraid to help the children of Ammon any more.